Hello friends, welcome to the Word Cloud Tarot Show. It's the 13th of November 2023 and Braverman is out and there's been a whole new cabinet reshuffle. David Cameron is back. What are we to think about all this? There's only one way we're going to be able to find out. We're going to do a tarot reading using this, the Word Cloud Tarot Happy Toast deck. This is the easiest deck to read in all of the tarotdom because the meanings of the cards are written on the cards in plain words, along with this deck having pictures from the wonderful artist Happy Toast. We're going to do a quick reading about the cabinet reshuffle. We're not really sure what kind of answer we want. We don't know anything about what's going on, so we're just going to do a 5-card cross. We'll begin with a card about the past. There'll be one about hidden influences, one about external influences, one for the present moment, and the final card is for the outcome. Let's see what's going on. Our first card is in the past position, and we have the 10 of Cups. It means satiety, a satisfaction, but every tarot card also means its opposite. So here there's also sadness and instability. There's a security and surveillance threat. There can be a rigidity of policy or a misalignment of harmonies. Perhaps until this week, the Prime Minister was satisfied with his team. They had safety and strength and stability, even if it was through enforcement. So until now, there's been a balance and a satiety, but it may have been uncomfortable. And so in the hidden card position, we have the Queen of Wands. This is a ruler, confident, exuberant, lively, spirited, independent and feminist. I mean, maybe she's too forthright and unbridled, and she's also a flamboyant dominatrix with a bondage fetish who likes hurting people. So the hidden element is this femme fatale, the cause of this break in society and satiety. And so we get on to the next one, which is the external influences position. The external influence is indolence, the 8 of Cups. So this is the femme fatale's method. It's alienation. These are the fascist right counter-protesters. They're filled with dismay and sorrow, and they're feeling hostility because of their ignorance and their suffering and the indifferent cynicism of the government to their plight. They feel the consequences of Tory policy, and it's their despair and malaise and sadness that results. They've got pathetic, hate-filled lives of hopeless discouragement, and then a minister for bondage whips them up into an indolent hate frenzy over a peace march. She makes them feel listened to and gives them someone she can tell it's their fault. It's those people who caused your disheartened dejection, not us and our austerity and our privatising everything. It's those people, the peacemakers. Which brings us to the current moment. The current moment card is the 2 of Pentacles, change. Attempting to provoke a hard riot on a peace march on Remembrance Day turns out to be too much for Rishi, so it's all change. There's going to be a shift in partnerships, an adjustment in the prioritisation. There's going to be a revolution of staffing. The government is going to be like a butterfly emerging from a chrysalis, reborn yet again like they do every year. It's the annual reshuffle. And talk about progressive innovation. One of the new ministers isn't even an MP. They had to make him a lord in an emergency noblement. But it's all change. Change is here. And so the last card, the outcome will be temperance, the 14th trump. So I guess not too progressive and different, obviously, just more temperate. The emergency nobility went to a prime minister, an ex-prime minister, David Cameron. So I guess it's more like a hate butterfly climbing back into a chrysalis and re-emerging as a caterpillar, but temperance, like I say. They will still have the war on woke. It's just now going to be tempered down to the Minister for Common Sense to wage instead of the actual Home Office. Hopefully no one will feel the need to try and drum up a riot for common sense. There will be some civility, there will be balance, some restraint, maybe a little bit of a truce. They will at least rename the conflict for a while and show some humility. So there's the result for us. In summary then, an uneasy truce left the government more or less satisfied until a bondage queen grew too hateful for even herself and encouraged the indolent hard right into a race riot on a peace march on Remembrance Day. So that's too much for even the Tories, so that's going to lead to some change, and there will be a new temperance in the party. So they'll now emphasise more silly things like common sense against woke instead of trying to provoke the country into a riot. At least till after the next election, surely they can hold it together that long. If they don't feed off hate, what have they got? Old pig-face back with his trotters up. A minister for common sense? I mean, come on. This used to be a real country. That's what the cards tell me anyway. If you'd like to see if you can do your own reading, you can get a deck just like this. You can be an angel just like this and get a deck just like this from wordcloudtarot.com today. There you can also subscribe to the mailing list and find out if we've got any new shows coming. We're also on the Fediverse and on all these other video hosting platforms that I can't be bothered to list. Do tune in next time and we'll talk then.